V for Van Dango, welcome. And I believe it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
How's it? Thank you.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing lekker. I'm doing lekker. I've had a couple of birthday beers, so
Oh, good, good.
I'm doing well.
How many claps for your birthday? Do we have to sing happy birthday to you now?
Oh, too many claps. Uh, let's get to the dirty business.
All right, well, if you're so eager to jump in, okay, tell me about MSMK. Tell me about you and your clan, first of all.
Okay. Well, I can't call it my clan. It's our clan. It was started by a bunch of us from our colleagues from work. Devesh, who's No Scope Naidu, and Jeremy VFX. We were jamming together quite a bit, and after I left OSB, which is now LET, love those guys. We decided, you know what, we jam a lot together. Let's start a clan, and so we started it, and it's going really well. What else should I tell you about the clan? We rape and pillage, and
Rape and pillage. I like that.
and
Proper pirates.
yeah, no, we're pirates. We're monkey pirates.
Monkey pirates. So, where does the name come from?
Um, sure. We were in this very tedious WhatsApp group, still are, but so we changed the name. Where we just all try to like brainstorm ideas, and yes, some of them were horrible. Not as horrible as snot, but quite horrible. Um, anyway, and then at some stage we said monkey see, monkey kill, and it kind of goes with that whole monkey see, monkey do, but we don't do, we kill, or we do too, maybe. And that's how it just came about, and everyone digged it, so we went with that.
All right. So a little bit of a cocky attitude going on here. I'm just picking up from the
Super
little
cocky,
digs over
super
there.
cocky.
Super cocky, super cocky. All right. So how long were you in OSB before you decided to start your own clan?
Sure, long, eh? Joined in Battlefield 4 days. Uh, was online one day in a European server. Killed this one guy in I think it was a gunmaster, and he checked I had a South African flag, so he added me, joined their chat, and they were lekker oaks, so they invited me to OSB, and yes, that was like, I think I was in the clan for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I'm not quite sure. I kind of lost track of time, but quite a while.
Now, I've
Mm.
read on your bio that there was a little bit of a conflict there.
What bio? Where? Oh,
What
that
bio?
bio.
Yes, your
Yes, man.
bio.
Bloody Scully. Yeah, there was a little bit of a conflict. One of the members like tuned me. I should like his Facebook, or he invited me to his fake name on Facebook, which is his gaming thing. And I was like, dude, it's lame. Why don't you just create a page and I'll like the page, but I'm really not going to add a random profile that is your gaming profile. Although I see that's all the rage now, so in hindsight, I should have probably just fucking added him. Um, but then I was like, no, that's stupid. Like, just create a page. And then he got really upset, and some words were exchanged. And I was like, well, that's not very cool. And then I tuned the clan leaders. Listen, that's not cool. You don't speak like that to your fellow clannies. And then they tried to sort it out, but there was a bit of a like some oaks took this guy's side and some oaks took that oak side, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to cause conflict, so I'm just gonna bounce. So I left.
So a little bit of a personality clash.
Yeah,
You have got
probably.
quite a strong personality, so I can imagine that does happen quite often.
Yeah, people don't like me, eh?
I wouldn't say that. Just like, coming across from your Facebook page and all that sort of thing. I think you got quite an opinion, and it's cool. It's cool. We can deal with opinion. As long as you can back it up with your stats, it's okay.
No, no, then I can't. Then I should keep quiet,
Oh, I've seen that name pop up enough on my screen to know that you can back it up with your stats.
eh? Oh,
Ah. So tell me, you've actually got quite a nice little business going. Quite a creative business. I think it's called Oxygen or something along those
yeah,
lines.
yeah. I'm co-director of a production house, so we basically make TV shows. Long and short of it.
Okay, so anything we would know.
Yeah, some local shows that have popped up, Married at First Sight, which is the
Okay.
is I think
I've
is
seen a
local.
poster
It's
for
on.
that.
Yeah. So we do that show, and then mostly stuff for Discovery and BBC. So locally, you would maybe see some of the Discovery shows, but I'm not sure if any of them have aired here. We mostly do work for international broadcast.
Oh wow, that's quite impressive actually. And I mean,
Oh,
your
thank you.
videos that you guys bring out are really, really, really first class. And I'm assuming that you do at least most of that work.
Yeah, look, I think that's the thing that sets us apart currently from the rest of the clans. Not that their videos aren't good, they're just hell of a boring most of the time. I see guys that have started like incorporating some fun stuff now, and that's what it's about, you know. Like, I really don't want to look at your 12-minute gameplay video that you crossfade and play a random song in the background, and maybe once in a 10 clips a dynamite kill or grenade kill coincides with a beat drop. I think that's bloody boring. So we just try and make our videos entertaining and easy to watch and generally quite short. I have watched
Yeah.
rewatched some of them lately, and so they do feel to me as if they can drag out a bit. So I want to even look at making them even shorter. You know, just they need to have entertainment value. And if you have entertainment value, then people will stay watching and people will watch the next one. But if they don't, then nah.
Yeah, I must say your videos are quite fun. They are quite entertaining, and especially when they are in response to another video that's come out or something that's been done on the page or on the group and that sort of thing. And they're
Mm,
quite inspiring because they get everybody a little bit worked up and eager.
yeah, that's what it's about. Eh? It's competitive. It's a competitive game. I know we all see it as a game, but at the end of the day, I think most of the guys who play this game are couch warriors, and it's their one thing that they like use to, I don't know, maybe compare themselves to other people. So it
Yeah.
is nice to keep it competitive and to have a little banter.
All right. Are SMK quite the competitive group?
Some of our oaks, yes, I know. Just Devesh is like super competitive. He's even started a new profile because he didn't think that his KD and his score per minute was high enough. I think that's just way too much work and re-adding all those friends. What a ball like. But he did it, and yeah, it's paying off because his name's quite well known now.
Or what's the new name?
No scope Naidu.
Ah, okay. Yes, that one I know as
Mm,
well.
yeah, no,
Mm,
he's a beast.
mm. Now, what was the name before?
It was Devesh Naidu. Um, I was quite
Ah.
surprised that he didn't just put his ID number in there too.
Well, we've got a few of those.
Mm,
Yaku being one of them, for instance. But
mm,
yeah, I think the no script Naidu. I think his name has gotten quite well known in the circles here. It's quite frustrating, to be honest.
no, no, he is. He's like you'd rather have him in your team than against you, and I think that's the
Yeah.
type of mentality we use when recruiting new players too. We we have been rejecting quite a couple of people that have been trying to join. But I think we just try and maintain a certain standard. Look, some Oaks in our clan have really low KDs and score per minutes, but those are the Oaks that have been with us from the start, you know, and have helped us made it work. And from here
Yeah.
on out, we just try and recruit really strong players. A good hint for recruiting a player, usually for us, is if he pisses you off, then get him in the party, get him to play with you rather than against you.
That is actually a brilliant way of putting it. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
What other kind of criteria are you looking for? Are you looking for any specific sort of skill sets or?
Look, I think anyone that can man a vehicle quite well is always an asset, because not a lot of really good vehicle players. A lot of guys that can fly well and uh, certain guys that can tank well. We've got some too, but it's for us. I think vehicle players are always a bonus. And then if you have a KD of like 1.5 and above, some oaks in our clan even say that's too low, but then I wouldn't be in it. So kind of just keep it on whatever my KD is. and I think average score per minute of 800 and above, I think is a good score per minute to have. So
So
that's
from
that's the
what I'm
basic
hearing,
criteria.
Rob Ridingwood would be a really good candidate then for MSMK, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to go. You know, like we've
Um,
sent him biscuits and offered some Pick and Pay vouchers, but he doesn't want to budge.
so maybe he doesn't shop at Pick and Pay. Have you tried Checkers?
Look, we've got the hookup of Pick and Pay, so we can
Oh,
unfortunately
okay.
only, yeah, Vessel, Sergeant Leadfeeder, he's the main man with the hookup and Pick and Pay. So if he says he can't, then it's c'est la vie, you know?
Maybe next time. Maybe Rob will listen to this and he'll be like, yeah, okay, maybe it's time to change over. Sorry,
No,
Tack.
maybe he'll send me a laughing, crying emoji in the Battlefield 1 group and say better luck next time or something cocky like that.
That does sound a little bit more his style, doesn't
Mm, we love him for it though.
it? Well, he keeps it interesting, doesn't he?
Yeah, he keeps us on our toes, and that's what it's all about.
Alright, so have you always ever played PlayStation?
Sure. I've been playing all the console games really, uh, from Nintendo. I think it was the 8-bit, the SNES with the cartridges, through to Sega. Never had a PlayStation 1, had a PlayStation 2, but my dad bought it for me from America, so I could only get new games once a year from America, which was quite frustrating. So I
Oh, I
moved
can
over to
imagine.
PC, and then one day at a friend's house, I was playing Battlefield 3. Actually, you might have seen his name online too, Chaos Beast. Playing Battlefield 3 at his house on his PlayStation 3, and it was just, the game was crack. I just couldn't stop playing it. And when I heard that the PlayStation 4 was dropping, with Battlefield 4 coming out, I was just like, where do I sign? Just take my money. And that's what got me back into console gaming.
Well, it was a good choice. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. I mean, you
no,
could have
no.
really, really messed it up and gone Xbox, but
Yeah,
at least,
or just
you
like,
have a bit of taste, right?
get like 5 golden stars in Age of Empires 2.
Oh,
Whatever game is played on PC, I don't know.
no. Actually, just popped off of PC now. I was playing Armor, so I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Please do.
All right. So, what other games do you enjoy playing besides Battlefield? Have you got anything that you are really hooked on
Hmm.
at the moment?
Uh, Battlefield, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline. Um, and there's this new game that was a free download that I've been digging quite a bit. It's called Not a Hero. It's like a 2D playing game, and it's quite interesting. It's keeps you busy. And then
2D.
yeah, it's on a 2D plane. Check it out.
Wow.
It's called Not a Hero. It's such a cool game. And yeah, that's about it. Look, I download all the games that get published or are free on the download here store, or sometimes I buy games, but I always find myself just returning back to Battlefield because it's the one game that you can play it for 6 hours long, and then your friend says, "Come on, one more," and you're gonna play one more because it's
And
just
you're
that
like,
addictive.
oh, my rubber arm.
Yeah, oh my rubber arm.
So, in the future of Battlefield, do you think it's going to get better? Do you think that the guys are going to keep coming back to it, or do you think that maybe it's dying out a little bit at the moment?
Look, I think it is dying out a little bit, but also I think we feel that it's dying out because this is the first time, excuse me, this is the first time really that we've really learned how many, well, for me, I can't really speak for other people, but for myself, this since Battlefield 1 and the local servers, I've really seen how many local people actually play on Battlefield 4. I was in OSB and I thought OSB was like one of the players, and then with the local servers in Battlefield 1, and you can see how many people actually play. And I think one of your guys actually made a post on Facebook saying just write your platoon name down and how many people you have in there. And I
Yeah.
think there was something like 74 comments in there. So if say 10% or 20% of that were just comments on comments, that still leaves you with about 50 bloody clans or platoons locally, and that's a big community. So I was
Yeah.
very happy to see that. And with RSP coming for all territories now, well, I've heard the rumors and seen the tweets.
It's
I think,
apparently their idea is for all regions, but they
uh,
haven't got a date to implement yet.
oh damn it.
I
Uh,
know, I
Look, I know a
know.
lot of people are getting really bleak with it, and a lot of the clans aren't really playing. I know Tak and his clan aren't really playing currently. Um, but look, it's I still enjoy playing it, even if I only get to mess around in local servers and play domination informally or however. It's still my go-to game. So
Yeah.
I think some Oaks might leave, but diehard fans will stay.
Yeah, the thing I really liked about getting our local servers is it just feels so much more intimate. To
Yes,
see all the South African names on the
yes.
server.
And like, oh, that bloody horseshoe or boerpeel or whatever his name is.
Pisangbrood or
Yes,
Boerewors.
I'm loving it. And recognizing the players later and going, oh, this guy killed me so many times a couple of days ago and now I'm owning him. Like it's really
Yes.
nice. On the European servers, you never know what you were really going to get. It was a lucky packet and you just played to play really.
Unless you frequented one server and, the same people play on that server all the time, you barely ever recognized all those names.
Yeah.
Oh. And the competitive scene in South Africa, do you think it's going to take off? Do you think it's just a matter of waiting for RSP here?
Yeah, look, I think we were there. And I think there were a lot of hopes for the local servers and stuff, but the fact that you can't rent a local server and a lot of people are crying about ping and I think yeah, I think we were getting there, especially with the Battle Bros tournament that was coming up. We were personally quite excited for that and quite disappointed when it didn't happen, but we also understand the reason why. But I think competitively, we are on a good standard. I think AOV especially are pretty damn good. I should actually not be saying that. They suck. They're not good.
We're going to
No,
emphasize
they.
that part, the part where you said that AOV was really good. We're going to make it like the headline of this video.
Yes, yes. Leader of MSMK says AOV are good. Uh,
Yes.
do whatever.
Pretty
Um,
damn good, I believe were
I,
your exact words.
Yeah, look, a lot of their guys I think have played international tournaments and have competed internationally, so they psychologically I think a lot more prepared for it than we are. We just aim and gun and
Yeah.
think we're good because we own on local servers, but we played against AOV and look, I wasn't expecting to win, but I was expecting to at least lose 2-1, and when we lost 3-0, I think that was a real kick in the balls for us because it just humbles you, it just brings you back down to earth and you realize, maybe I got to work on some tactics some more. A one-man army just won't work in a tournament kind of environment.
Yeah, have any of your players played in tournaments?
Not that I know of. I know Steve Vorval and Josh have played some competitive games. If it was a tournament, I'm not sure. Um, but no, not that I know of. Look, we've all played in like the local inter-clan games, but never for a real prize, never for anything worth playing for, apart from
Okay.
the love of it, of course.
What sort of game modes can we see MSMK on most of the time?
Um, I think the guys are a little divided at the moment. Like most of us really like domination because I would say about 85 to 90% of our players are really strong infantry players. So on domination servers, we dominate.
Ah.
But a lot of our guys also like playing Conquest just because of the vehicles and the larger maps and being able to run around more and like use vehicles to get where you're going and really strategize the whole thing. I've
Yeah.
started playing Conquest a lot more after we played AOV in Conquest because I just realized I wasn't ready for conquest.
Yeah.
So, but if on a average night, I think you see most of our guys either in an operations, that is, if there's one going. If not, you'll see us on a domination server.
Yeah, I've pretty much mostly seen the MSMK and the
Mm.
dominations. Very frustrating being on the other team, I must say.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that almost seemed sincere there for a second.
I was trying really hard.
So what is your favorite class?
Um, sure, it varies, eh? When I just started playing the game, I was really into support, and then I jumped to medic, and then I jumped back to support. I think I've killed most of. If you've been killed by me, you were probably killed by my bar, uh, trench or storm or whatever it's called. But recently, I've unlocked this ribeye rolls on assault, and it's just such an amazing gun to play with, and the fact that it's got 10 extra bullets just means you can actually do some damage with it when you run into a whole squad of guys. I mean, with the bar, you're pretty screwed if you run into a squad of guys because you only have that many bullets. But with the ribeye rolls, it allows you to unleash your inner Rambo, you know. So I've been favorite current role in the game, I would say, is assault, and also the fact
Okay.
that you can take out tanks.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that is a huge plus, especially on some of the servers, especially when you get to the AOV guys and the
No, I
MDK
just
guys and that.
when I see a Rob or Soldier me in a tank, I try and avoid them. The only
Mm.
guy I really like going for in a tank is an art plan and is Rommel, just because he frustrates me so much because he just owns in that thing, and playing against him is just such a pain in the ass, especially if he's in your party chat because he just knows where you are. So I tend to go for him just to piss him off a little bit, uh, because he literally only plays tank. So if he dies, then he obviously won't spawn, because he wants the tank. So I go for him just to piss him off a little bit, but I think that's just because of the fact that I'm a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, you hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
So, would that be the player that annoys you the most? Or is there someone else who really gets under your skin?
Oh, huh. Yeah, a couple of players that get under my skin. Um, I
Shall we start
think,
making a list?
yeah, start with everyone in SNLV. Um,
And why
everyone
is
in the
that?
Just because those oaks teabag for any bloody reason. I mean, you've seen my video. I'll teabag you if you deserve being teabagged. If you come up behind me and you clearly have the advantage, and I somehow manage to kill you, then I'll teabag you. But if they'll teabag you for bloody grenade kill, and that just said that because now they're just gonna keep on
Now
doing
they're
it.
gonna teabag. Everyone's gonna teabag you now.
Bloody clowns. Yeah, no, I don't care. I just don't like it when the clowns teabag me. Just
I don't like the logo. I'm
I
very outspoken about
hate it.
clowns.
No, I hate that bloody logo.
All right, so are we going down the list now? Okay, so anyone in
Oh
NSLV?
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So basically SNLV, those guys.
SNLV.
Everyone in Snot except for Madond and John and who else is in Snot?
Would this be
Yeah.
a shorter list if we started with who didn't annoy you?
Oh, doesn't annoy me. Ali T doesn't annoy me. I really like those guys. Always fun playing with them. Who doesn't annoy me? Red Baron doesn't annoy me. I know he gets under everyone's skin, but that guy's never teabagged or messaged or anything me. Some of his other clanmates have, but he hasn't attacked me yet, so I'm gonna just let it be. Um, Look, we really like MDK because they're always up for a game. They're one of the clans that reach out the most to try and play games and to fill up servers and make operations happen. So we really appreciate that. We like those guys. Um, AOV we like. I think I like them just because everyone else doesn't. They say they do, but I know secretly down everyone bloody hates them. So that's why I like them. And What other clans are there that count? Uh, oh, DPS.
DPS and
Also, yeah,
DTK. You're forgetting DTK.
yeah, but DTK, I haven't. Look, I've played against them on some of the domination servers, but like I haven't really seen a lot of them around. Like Wesley and Flip, I've seen, but I haven't really seen any of the other Oaks. So look, I can't really speak for DTK because I haven't seen them play as a clan. I did see them play as a clan on Battlefield 4, and they were pretty good. And I mean, the two games are quite similar. So look, I'm not going to take anything away from them. I just haven't played or seen how they play it. DPS I think is a cool clan. I know Leonard works really hard in the community and on the Battlefield 1 leaders WhatsApp to keep the peace. So a lot of respect. It's a lot of hard work. No one tells you how much work it is trying to run a
No,
bloody clan. It's so much
no.
admin. It's like a second job.
And one player who I absolutely get the thrills when he's flying is Purple Pilot.
Yes, but Football Pilot was, as far as I remember, was an OSB. So I don't know what happened there and why he left. Um, but he suits AOV. I mean, he
He
just
does.
suits AOV.
He's a phenomenal player, and that's the
Mm,
problem.
he's a
Is that
Purple
I just see him and then
Pilot.
I just don't even bother
But what
getting
a
in a
bad
plane.
name, though.
It
What a
is a
bad
terrible
name.
name. It's a terrible name.
Yeah, but look, maybe it's ironic that a person with such a terrible name is such a good player. Maybe that's an inside joke that only he will understand. Not taking
Secret to his
yourself too
success.
seriously. Yeah.
Yes, there we go. I think we've just unlocked the like life secret right there.
Yeah, then I'm gonna fail.
Oh, but I mean, yeah, your stuff is it's quite fun, it's quite exciting. People look forward to your videos, so you
I
can't
look
really take
forward to our
yourself that
videos.
seriously. Oh, you probably go through a couple of good runs and you're like, oh, I can't wait to put this together.
Well, kind of, yeah, you got me there. You know when you have a good run and you're like, oh my God, look at what I just did, it's amazing. Then you just save that clip, and I have this little Share Factory timeline that is always open. And when there's a good clip, I immediately just trim it down, get rid of the fluff, and just pop it in there so that I know when it's video time, it's ready to go. But for the rest of our clan, we've got a Google Drive, and the guys upload to there so we can grab the clips and then select our favorites and make a cool video.
What advice would you have for new members, new players that are just starting out in the game and that what would you tell them?
Stay away from the PlayStation South Africa Battlefield 1 Facebook group. Um, I would start with that. Avoid it because people get so riled up. I've been there. I've gotten quite angry on that group. Um, if you enjoy the game, just keep playing. Um, always make sure you run around with a Colibri pistol and a uh, what are those launchers? A mortar, because that's the secret
Yes,
to success.
yes. There we go.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, just more to everybody.
Mortar everyone, and if they
Sit in
don't
a
die,
tank
run in with your
completely at your
Colibri.
spawn.
Yeah, no.
That
Tell them.
also helps with
Tell
your
them.
KD a lot. Yeah.
Yes, yes, no, I've heard.
All right, so let's focus on you for a minute. What do you do for fun
Um,
besides Battlefield?
oh, okay. I was like, what do I do for fun in the game? Hmm. Um, look, many things. I hang out with my dogs. I hang out with
Oh,
my
I've
wife.
seen these dogs. They are really cute, actually.
Yeah, yeah, no, they're very, very lovable. I gave all my helium balloons to my Rottweiler when I came home, tied them all into a big spider web, and that was pretty entertaining for a while. Um, what
I
else
hope
do
you
I do for?
recorded that.
I did. I do some carpentry every now and again, and I also like camping. I really like going camping and just seeing what I can do to battle the elements.
Okay.
Or should I say
And
glamping?
oh, you a glamper.
Yeah, I glamp hard.
Oh, okay. For those
hmm
who out there who don't know what glamping is, do you want to explain?
It's basically having more spending more money on your camping gear than you spend on your house.
It's camping extravagantly,
Yes.
glamorously camping. It's lovely.
Mm,
Yeah. But then, I mean, it's a good thing. It's always fun to do that, be out in nature and still have your
mm.
little comforts. It's nice. I like it.
Yes, and hook up a little satellite dish on a shovel, and then hook up your PlayStation and sit in nature and game all day.
Hold on a second. I remember distinctly your dog's birthday. Your dog got a
Yes,
birthday cake.
his birthday is 10 days before my birthday.
Okay, and he got
Mm.
a Vorsen ice cream
No,
cake?
it was well close. It was a 1 kilogram boerewors, which was
Wow.
uh, baked and put in gelatin so it would stick together and look like a giant
Oh,
turd,
lovely.
by a good friend of mine's wife. And then was covered in bovril and cream cheese
Oh,
icing,
oh,
and then
wow.
drizzled some more in bovril.
This is your Rottweiler, I'm assuming.
Yes, yes, he loved it.
Yes.
He shared for about 5 minutes, and then he was like, "Okay,
Okay,
game."
enough now, mine.
Yeah.
Are you a little bit of a troll, or are you pretty serious about your
No, no, I think I've been a Red Baron, Baroni, Baloney, whatever his name is. Um, I've been that guy, especially when I get teabagged for no reason. I think that's like my little sea red switch. But Devesh has taught me some calming techniques. So I take it in my stride now. But look,
little
I
bit of
I have
meditation on the side?
yeah, just to quickly fold my legs across the chair while I play and hum. But yeah, look, I have trolled a little bit. I do like to troll the Battlefield 1 leaders group. Um, just sometimes. Sometimes I take myself very seriously too, but I do like to poke fun at some of the guys. I think some friendly banter is always fun. I
Yeah.
know that the guys from Snot will appreciate most of my comments tonight, unless you're not Madond or Cyborg Wolf, in which case you wouldn't. Oh, by the way, what's his name? Shotgun dude, Niklas. Luke says hi. Luke the Führer. Say hi.
Oh, we have a little bit of call out here. Should we like spectator one on one?
No, that would be a one-horse race.
Oh, all right then. Gonna calm down there.
Just calm
Okay,
down.
so who do you think is the best player in MSMK?
Oi, I knew you were going to ask this question, and I knew I
I
didn't
like
have
to
an
ask this
answer.
question. I like to ask
Look,
this question.
look, I think we've it's between on the tanking field. I think Rommel's really good, but I do think Sergeant Leadfeeder is a really good tanker too. I mean, that guy sometimes goes 120 for like three in that tank of his, and he's just in it. So I think, and he's also a really good supports and infantry player. So I think he's definitely up there. I think No Scope with his no scopes is up there. Josh and Steve Volvo, they're really good players. Also very good in vehicles, but also very good in infantry.
Mm.
Um, Trace RSA is one of the names I hate seeing on the opposite sides. He just has a way of just running in with that Hal Regal and just owning everyone. Um, I also think the Rippers are really good. Ripper Jack and Ripper XD. Those Oaks destroy young guys, but they really love the game, and you'll always see them in the top five, if not
Mm.
the top three or higher. Um, yeah, so we look. I can't call my
I was
opinion the
about to
best
ask
players.
you if you know the definition of the best player.
Yeah, but oh, it's so difficult. You know what? I'm gonna give it to. Uh, oh, they're gonna hate me. Mm, I think you know who's the best player, the monkey. The
The
monkey's the best
monkey.
player. Yeah, the monkey's the best player.
The monkey. Oh, the monkey that we always see in all the videos.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's why you keep seeing him because he's so bloody
Because
good.
he's so good. Okay.
Mm,
I must be honest though,
agile.
I was expecting you to say you were the best player.
No, no, that would be an insult to the rest of the guys. Look, I can play, but I certainly don't have the skill that a lot of these oaks have. Some of these oaks really, I can't fathom running around with 120 for 3 KD. It breaks my mind.
No, I'm the type of player who gets to 30 kills and they're like, yes,
Yes, yeah, no, me
yes.
too. And I just kept my KD ratio
Exactly right.
positive.
It's 1 to 1. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much me. But I've stopped comparing myself to the rest of the guys in the clan because they're just so bloody good. And like I
That's
said,
not really fair, is it?
it's, they're just so good. Best player, Monkey. Next question.
Monkey. Okay. What is your view on the DLCs, the one that's come out so far and the ones that we're looking at?
My view on the DLC is that people should stop bitching about buying premium and just bloody do it because it's spoiling it for the rest of us who have bought it because it's so difficult to get a DLC server. And I mean, now we all pay the price of an extra game to get the DLC, and then everyone's just on the vanilla maps because there's action on the vanilla maps. So I think people should get it. Look, it is expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth playing the extra maps. It's worth playing the new types of game modes. It's worth the new weapons. It keeps the game fresh.
So what's your view on the premium friends?
Premium friends, I think, is a great idea. There was that one oak who made that comment on Facebook about how can Dice do this? He paid the money and now he has to share. It's a really good idea. It allows the guys who are considering buying premium to have some fun on it and test it out and see if they like it. And most of the guys do. I mean, we all played premium friends and liked the maps and then ended up buying it. Look, I understand if you can't afford it, but then ask your clan to make a plan. I mean, if you've got 40 oaks in your clan and it's 800 bucks, do the maths. It's
Yeah,
everyone can help you if they really want you to enjoy the game with them. Not that
yeah.
your clan should be a charity, but if the oak is in trouble, help them out.
Yeah, shame. That's always a good view to have when you're in a clan, you know. It's really like a family more than
Mm,
anything else.
yes, it
And if
is.
you
A lot
don't
of the
view it
oaks.
that way, then, why are you in a clan, sort of
I
thing.
mean, when I go online now and I go into party chat, I look for my clan because they've become friends.
Yeah.
A lot of them I've never met face to face, and it might be a shock. I usually like to imagine what people look like just through the sound of their voice, and I'm usually pleasantly surprised when I see the photo. I think the only guy that I got spot on was Darren, who is Death by Trey. I knew he was an Indian, and then he was an Indian.
So what is your view on the new DLC that's coming out? The females, the Russians.
Oh, is it females
Yes.
with like boobs and
She
stuff?
doesn't look like one.
Ah, they have long hair and they like go if you shoot them.
I'm finding that slightly insulting, but okay. Um, no, no, slightly different, but
Look,
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
it's going
that's
to be
it's
fun.
basically a female battalion.
Will they be able to jump higher and like scale
No,
buildings like cats? Look, I
that's a
haven't.
good idea.
Yeah, I think if
I
they if
kind of
they're
like that
special
idea.
forces, yes, why not? Like if you're going to be creating different types of players, give them different types of skills.
Now it's starting to sound like operators on
Mm,
Siege.
I don't know. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I kind of like
But
that
to
idea
answer your
though.
but to answer your
Catwoman.
question about the upcoming DLC, look, I haven't really read much about it. I think Madon from Snot posted some interesting reading material on World War One and how South Africa went in and helped out and our
Mm.
strategies that were frowned upon but were really good and like that's quite exciting to think that maybe in a year or two from now we'll see a South African battalion or army that appears in the game. But with regards to new maps, I'm just always excited to play a new map and to get new guns and might I even say new special pickup weapons.
Oh, there
I'm
you
yet to
go.
pick up that what's that berserker thing? in the new
Oh,
maps.
like the
Trench Raider.
trench
Oh
raider.
my
Oh,
goodness, when I hear
I've
that
seen
guy, I
some
crap my
amazing
pants.
videos. Oof.
He just has such a scary sound, especially with headphones on.
I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the things when I see the guys running at me and I'm
Oh
like, no,
yes. No,
I'll just die. Just
I
let me commit suicide.
I turn around and I press charge the other way, just to try and just kill the people that are between you and me, so I can get a chance to maybe come in from behind and stab you. Mm.
So what kind of setup are you running at the moment? Do you have special headphones, a special
Yeah,
remote
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. I've
controller?
got I'm playing on a 12-inch tablet, mouse and keyboard.
Okay, okay, here we
Um,
go. Yeah. Now the see
and
this real stories come out.
Yep, and when I feel really brave, I play on double joysticks. Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, I'm an impressive kind of guy.
But do you play with two different screens, one so you can watch what you're doing and one so you can watch the map? No, you
Um,
haven't graduated to that yet.
no, I play with three screens. I've got
Three screens.
yeah, I've got a third screen that just looks at the kill log and the scoreboard, just to make sure that
Oh,
I'm at the
that you're
top, and
always at the top,
my
right?
score per minute is right up there.
Right.
No, I play with the PlayStation remote and on the PlayStation, eh? It's quite
On the
fancy.
PlayStation.
Yeah, it's the new PlayStation remote. I didn't know it was different until I switched it on, and there's like a tiny little light in the touchpad. I thought it was broken first. I thought I
Oh,
had
really?
dropped it and maybe broken out a piece of black plastic, but it's got a tiny little light in the touchbad. It's quite cool. Just
What is
it
the
came
light
with
for?
I don't know, maybe to
Clearly, I don't
identify your
have this
controller.
controller.
I've got the PS Pro, so it came with that. And I didn't want to play
Oh,
with it because I still had my old PS remote, but
yeah.
then I picked it up and it was just so new and shiny and I couldn't resist.
Oh, I also can't resist shiny things. I think that's
Mm,
being a female, though.
well,
Yeah.
that's quite offensive.
Oh, is that offensive?
Yeah,
Am I implying that you like the
that's
shiny things?
no, no, I said you implied that females like shiny things.
Well, we do. I'm like a
That's
crow.
sexist.
I'll pick up anything that's
Are
like
you
shiny.
saying all
Anyway,
females are crows
I did not say that. Now
because they
you're putting
squawk
words in my
or
mouth. You see, men, they
what?
just put words in your mouth. It's like.
Yep, that's me, a man.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. And even though it's your birthday and you still took the time to come out and say hi to us,
Yeah,
I
I
really
thought,
appreciate it.
anything I can do to so you guys do not interview Snot or SNLV. Like I'd play my part. Anyone but Snot or
Anyone? Okay.
SNLV.
I think we're gonna schedule those two right next.
Maybe have an interview with Cyborg Wolf and ask him why he spends more time in the MSMK body chat than in the Snot body chat.
Ooh.
Maybe ask him that question.
Ooh.
Maybe we should just call him out
Maybe
right
we
now
should. Maybe we
and just
should.
yeah, John, just tell the people what's going on, bro. Like it's you've been hiding it long enough.
I've actually
I'm a
played with him. He's actually quite a fun
no,
guy.
he's a fun guy and he's quite good too, which you
Yes.
can understand why I don't understand how he plays for Snot.
And he doesn't like my grenades so much though.
Who does?
No, I have to though. I have to though. It's
No,
compensation for being a really shitty player.
it's part of the game, bro.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, well, enjoy it. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people.
Promise me that you'll get me back in one piece. Okay, I promise.
Come on!
You may find you're out there all alone. You know that.
You can never stop the progress of machines!